Hi everyone, it's Lauren, and today I just want to talk to you about the proposed settlement with NAR that might impact your experience in the future as either a buyer or a seller. And I would be remiss if I didn't use my platform to come on here and just explain a little bit about it. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty because I could talk for hours about this. You can pick up the phone and call me, but I want to highlight a few key points since I've had so many calls about it, and I feel that we are ultimately going to end up at the same place, but we are going to take a different direction to get there. Firstly, the NAR has introduced a new ruling that's proposed for July aimed at making the home buying and selling process more transparent. And the ruling focuses on ethically enhancing standards among us professionals, which I think actually is great. And this is how it's going to impact a buyer versus a seller. For buyers, that means that they are now going to see a detailed breakdown of their broker's compensations, which they never really saw before, and it's going to help with the transparency. They are likely also going to need to sign a buyer-broker agreement to work with their trusted realtor and advocate that's going to find them the property and take them from start to finish, which we all know can sometimes be quick, but normally is long. Part of this compensation is also going to spell out how a buyer might need to pay that should a seller not be offering compensation. And we're just going to have to see ultimately how that plays out. But this transparency is designed to help all parties involved. And circling back to the buyer-broker agreement, this has existed all over the country. It's just not something that we have primarily done on the West Side. I've actually only signed one in 22 years, but I'm thrilled about this. I love working with buyers. I know my value, and they know it too. As for the impact on sellers, they will now have more options on how to offer compensation and concessions to incentivize buyers. And this is really ultimately a competitive advantage that we can discuss when you're a seller and you're thinking of selling your house when the proposed ruling goes into effect later on down the line. But it's really a good thing. Moving forward, it's just critical for both buyers and sellers, as we know, to work with a professional who is fully informed about all of these changes, committed to upholding the new standards by the NAR, and ensuring a smooth and transparent process for everyone involved, and most importantly, to close.